The Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, we are spilling the tea on a new app aptly called Tea. It's where women only can post photos of men they're dating to summon input from other women.
All right, you guessed it. It's stirring up some major controversy. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack joins us live with the details. A piece, I should say, very appropriate for The Edge. What's going on here?
Well, we all might learn something tonight, Roop and Amy. So if you have TikTok in the last couple of days, you might have been scrolling through and seen something about this Tea app. If you're like me, you're not really on TikTok. It's taking 20-year-old women and it's creating kind of a frenzy. You're able to post men that you're dating to, elicit input from other women. It's got a lot of guys scared. Take a look. How would you characterize dating as a 22-year-old?
Honestly, it kind of sucks.
Out of that, an app was born. It's called Tea, as in spill the tea or gossip. It's got Gen Z in a chokehold, spreading as it does on TikTok.
Mama, we made it. Look at that.
Whoever keeps posting my husband on the Tea app needs to stop.
Guys, I'm trending on the Tea app. I'm trending on the Tea app.
There's actually a waiting list to get on this thing.
You pass the waiting list, you have to submit a picture of your face with an ID to prove that you are a girl, because no guys are allowed in the apps.
Emily, anonymous here and on the app, admittedly embarrassed, saying she's a frequent user. You can post photos of who you're dating to gauge other women's experiences with these men, so-called red and green flags. The reviews are rarely positive.
So it's kind of crazy, like both sides of the spectrum is really dictating my dating life now.
Emily says the Tea app seems to be particularly popular in Middle Eastern communities, especially Dearborn.
Oh, Dearborn men, how the Tea app has gotten under your skin.
All these guys are talking to, they're all like getting nervous, they're all freaking out, making TikToks about it.
It offers other services like background checks and catfish verification.
They're trying to find some type of way to up your reputation so bad.
I can see some areas where this could cause people some big problems.
Attorney William Barnwell says it's possible men getting posted have civil legal recourse. If the posts are affecting their work, family life, or reputation, defamation might apply.
Truth is an absolute defense to a defamation claim. So you can't just sue somebody because your feelings got hurt.
On the criminal side, there could be cause for electronic harassment or even stalking.
You can be saying something that is true, but it's being used in a way to constantly harass somebody, cyber harassment. There are laws that cover that.
He suggests to the ladies proceed with caution. In
people's outrage to want to out these bad people, it might be better sometimes just to walk away.
So we wanted to talk to the people that run this app. I reached out a couple of times in the last few days and no one has responded. Now, we did ask the attorney William there if maybe the app could be liable if these men try to take some sort of legal recourse. And the short answer is he didn't know. This is really uncharted territories, how liable these social media companies and these apps are. He did say, as this app gains popularity, he's probably going to be getting some phone calls. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And as is the case with many stories you do, as it goes viral, I'm sure the folks with Tea would want to spill the tea on the questions that you have, because the question I have is, what happens if someone posts a really scandalous picture on there? I would imagine this opens it up to all kinds of trouble. What could happen next?
Yeah, Roop, that falls into sort of the criminal territory. That attorney we spoke to, he said that absolutely would be a so-called red flag for criminal activity. And that's something you wouldn't seek an attorney for necessarily. You'd go right to the police for something like that.
Jessica Dupnack for us live tonight on The Edge. Thank you.
Developing tonight, the Elgin County Sheriff's Office is investigating a double shooting in Pontiac.
Shots rang out before 8 tonight on South Boulevard. Fox News' Dave Spencer with the latest.
All of this taking place at the corner of Highland and South Boulevard here in Pontiac. That's directly across from the M1 Concourse private entrance. Highland, however, leads back into a neighborhood, and that's where the majority of the investigation is centered. We watched this investigation kind of evolve over the hours here, going with 3 vehicles that were contained within the crime scene. We watched as those 2 vehicles and their drivers were allowed to drive away from the crime scene, thus consolidating their efforts and their energy of the investigators to one vehicle in particular. We've also seen canine units out walking the perimeter, trying to get an information as to where a potential shooter may have gone. They are also telling us that 2 people are shot. The extent of those injuries are unknown at this time. We don't know if they are expected to recover or how badly they are hurt. We also do not know any information about a potential person in custody. They said no information will be released until Wednesday morning. We will, of course, stay on top of this story and bring you more as it develops. But that's the story here in Pontiac. Dave Spencer on The Edge.
They shot him. They murdered him. Not shot him. They murdered him.
A domestic violence suspect shot and killed by Warren police in Detroit after a chaotic chase. Warren police say Rakeem Wright tried to choke his girlfriend and set her house on fire around 3 this morning. Before booking it, officers chased him to Detroit's east side, where he was shot and killed in front of his mom's house near McNichols and Van Dyke. Police say the shooting was justified because Wright fired a gun at them from his car. His family says not so fast.
If they had 2-3 cars chasing him, right, they could have just tackled him and cuffed him. They shot him. They cannot tell you that he had a gun. They cannot tell you that he was shooting at them.
Warren police continue to investigate. Tonight, we'll update you as we hear more from their side of the story.
I hope you all get caught, and I hope that the injury hurts for a while.
Shots ring out in White Lake Township, sending a group of garage thieves running. Police say 7 teens tried to break into a garage on Mandan Drive around midnight. That's when the homeowner fired 7 shots, with 2 hitting their targets.
They were trying to get away by any route necessary, and eventually they found themselves at a hospital.
This is the 3rd break-in at the same place. Yep, and he just moved in a couple years ago.
We're told a teenager died on his way to the hospital. An 18-year-old and a minor are in custody while investigators search for other suspects. No word tonight on whether the homeowner will face any charges. We'll stay on top of it. A former substitute teacher learns his fate for inappropriately touching Spring Mills Elementary School students in Highland Township.
61-year-old Timothy Doherty's been sentenced to the maximum penalty of 10 to 15 years behind bars. The judge had some choice words for the convict.
They're children and you're the teacher. It's everybody's worst nightmare. And you did it in the sneakiest, slimiest way possible. You touched them when they were sitting on your lap. How disgusting is that? How disgusting are you?
Children as young as 7 years old testified against Doherty. A jury found him guilty on 6 second-degree criminal sexual conduct charges back in May.
My approach to the children were never for harm. By being the adult, I should have realized what some of the things may have happened. So I take the responsibility for that, and I go from there.
All right, so I don't really hear you taking responsibility. I hear you saying that I'm the adult here, so I guess I gotta take the fall for this thing. I get to talk now. You had your opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
All right?
Yes.
You done?
Yes.
All right.
This was a obvious predator who used the halls as a hunting ground.
We're told the defense plans to appeal and the victims' families plan on filing a civil lawsuit.
Administrators and teachers knew it and saw it and didn't say a word.
The Mike Morris law firm is suing the Macomb County School District for negligence. It comes months after a former auditorium manager, Robert Lindsay II, was sentenced for sexually abusing a Fraser High School student when they were 15 years old.
Their silence helped destroy a young person's life. And we want to send this message that they have a legal and moral duty to act. Any educator out there in any public school.
Lindsay was sentenced to 8 to 15 years in prison after pleading no contest to 1st and 2nd-degree criminal sexual conduct. As for those named in the suit, the Fraser Public District says it simply doesn't comment on pending litigation.
Hamtramck city leaders trying to wade out of hot water after dramatic debates took center stage.
And so tonight they went back and forth over downtown parking enforcement. But as Fox 2's Dave Kinchin tells us, residents, well, they still want answers over allegations of city corruption.
I think there would be some people who will be guilty.
Hamtramck Mayor Amir Ghalib says he's expecting the first phase of an investigation into alleged misconduct by several city officials to be completed soon.
There are some people who I think the trust is destroyed between them and the city government at this time. And
council members or other public officials?
Yeah, I think, based on what's going on now.
It comes amid multiple allegations of city corruption, including election fraud suppression, 2 council members not actually living in the city, and the police chief accused of being involved in a plot to secure a presidential pardon while being accused of domestic violence. Claims Chief Jamil Al-Tahiri firmly denies.
We'll decide whether we bring someone back or just get rid of him.
Michigan State Police took over a Hamtramck police probe questioning the residency qualifications of 2 council members, while the FBI also came in to look into various claims of wrongdoing. But the feds aren't talking about what they know or what they found. And who can forget this?
You are on paid administrative leave. You are not supposed to be here.
Estranged city manager Max Garbarino booted from a recent council meeting.
And I would ask the deputy police chief to escort him out, please.
Only to file a massive lawsuit, dropping 254 counts and allegations of malfeasance at the highest levels of Hamtramck city government, including abuses of power, palm greasing schemes, and racism. The legal action naming the mayor and entire city council as well. Does that distract you in any way in doing city business?
Not really. We are used to get sued by, random people for nonsense issues.
City officials placed Garbarino on paid administrative leave after he did the same to Police Chief Al-Tahiri after misconduct allegations against him surfaced. Garbarino said it's standard practice during personnel investigations, but the mayor and city council said what's fair is fair and handed Garbarino the same fate.
Well, I think everything is under control.
We did reach out to city manager Max Garbarino's attorney for comment. They say they are pressing forward with their case. And Hamtramck, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
11 p.m., 75 degrees. Kind of tells you how mild of a day it was across Metro Detroit.
But Mother Nature could have a little something different in store tomorrow. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead here with the forecast. Hi, Steph.
Hi. So, yeah, we do have that potential for a few showers and storms heading through the day tomorrow. We also have some that are popping on radar right now, but these are non-severe, and eventually they will make their way into our viewing area. I think after midnight and beyond is when we have that risk for some of this stuff to move in. Now, it's not going to produce anything severe or anything strong, but some heavier rain, maybe a few loud claps of thunder. Areas north of us in Lapeer County now exiting Genesee County. These are moving to the east with a slight southeasterly track. This is gradually going to make its way into our direction, but it is moving so very slowly from the southwest side of the state. So again, after midnight, closer to say 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock is when we'll see that line of possible storms move into our viewing area. Now, tomorrow we do have severe weather. Marginal risk, it is a low-level severe weather risk. We start off with just your garden variety showers through tomorrow morning, so it might be a little wet for the morning drive. Brief break before additional showers and storms develop through the afternoon tomorrow. Note timing on this between 3 and 7 o'clock. We'll see that development, but once we lose that daytime heating and once the system finally exits, we should see a relatively quiet Wednesday night. Temps right now mid-70s, few 60s sprinkled up near northern parts of the state. Overnight lows tonight will be in the low 70s. It's going to be a humid one, too. The humidity does return, and it does stick around for a bit here. So Wednesday, upper 80s. We're in the mid-80s by Thursday. Should be a warm one, but relatively dry. And as we head through the end of the work week and into this upcoming weekend, it does get warm. Our humidity levels, too, are going to stay up there as well over the next couple of days, so really no relief from that. And as we look towards the next 8, possibly 10 days, the heat does look to stick around. So we're not going to see much relief from this either. And it looks like a good chunk of the country is going to see relatively warm conditions as well. The extended forecast shows upper 80s to near 90 to start the weekend with shower chances returning by Saturday. Rup and Amy.